Hello YouTube, it's your girl Crystal Lane. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, I am in my car and I am doing this video because I just left church, and every time I leave church I be thinking to myself, ooh, I want to do a video about what the pastor talked about today, and then I do a whole bunch of other stuff and then I never get around to doing the video. Does one of my eyes look bigger than the other one? Like, this one looks bigger than this one. I don't know what's up with that, y'all. But let me find my glasses so that I can go ahead and talk to you. Don't that look crazy? Does it look like that in real life or just on this camera? All right, that looks a little better. Now that I got my glasses on, now you don't have to see my lopsided eyes. Anyway, so why am I here today? Well, today I want to talk to you about my church. My pastor is starting a new Bible series. We're studying the book of Esther. And so in the book of Esther, a lot is going on. Now, I didn't read my backstory yet. Look how big my Bible is. Let me tell you why it's so big. Because it is large print. Hello, I just bought it. Anyway, we're talking about the book of Esther. We're starting the book of Esther. Today was the first chapter number 1. Some of the things that he pointed out as a recap, because he introduced the book of Esther last week, and he had some scholarly professors in church last week to discuss the history and everything behind the book of Esther. I dare not get into that because it's been a long time since I've actually read the book. But some of the things that he talks about here in the book of Esther that I want to share for sure is that God is considered invisible, similar to the wind is what he said, because God is not referenced in the book of Esther at all, but you know he's present. You know he's in the mix of everything that's going on. And he says, like the wind, you don't see the wind, but you feel it. You feel the impact of the wind being present, and that's how God is in the book of Esther. He named 2 people. Now I have to go back and read it, child. Again, I didn't read this. I'm just sharing with you what he talked about today. He named 2 people. He named Mordecai and Haman, and then we are to boo Mordecai. No, we are to cheer Mordecai and boo Haman. I'll let you know when I understand that whole thing, right? So who's in the book of Esther? Well, right now, Esther ain't. Let's start there. There's 2 people that are definitely in chapter 1 that are prevalent in this YouTube video. One is Xerxes. He goes by in this book. Now, the book that I'm reading right now, or the Bible that I have right now, it is the NLT. But at church, we are in the, look, I'm looking for my phone and I'm on it. We study out of the EVS, but I'm right now in the NLT. So the king's name that's in the ESV version is Ahasuerus. I'm chopping that up, but in Greek, he's considered Xerxes. And there's a lot of names a lot of kings per my pastor that has a name Xerxes. So this one is considered the Xerxes the first. And then Xerxes the first is married to a woman named Vashti. Now, what's happening in the first chapter is that Xerxes is throwing a 6-month party. You know, he getting his party on, right? And he's throwing this party, and he's invited all of his soldiers to this party. And from what we understand, he also invited the community, regardless of their social status. So poor people, and rich people and military people alike, right? And in this party, he's showing them all his lavish lifestyle, how rich he is, how gracious he is. They're getting the best food. He got, couches. This is couches of gold, and he has mother of pearl, and I don't know, I'm making up some of this stuff, but you know what I mean. He lavishing it up. It's a lavish party, right? And then the reason that he's throwing this lavish party is because he's looking to encourage, one, the military, and two, the people, and making the people aware that he's getting ready to go back to war against Greece. Now, Greece has been kicking his butt. The way I envision him, like, this is Sparta! Boom! You know, okay, that's how I envision it. As soon as he said that he was losing to Greece, I was like, and I don't even know if that's Greece, child. You know what I mean? This is how my vision go, though. This is my vision. Don't be poo-pooing on my vision. So, you know, he's trying to encourage his soldiers and everybody to join him in battling Greece. Now, like I said, they've already battled Greece a couple of times and they got their butt whooped. They lost a lot of lives, you know, whatever the case may be. So he's trying to get them to buy in. Well, he has this 6-month party, and the last week of the 6-month party, he invites these dignitaries. Oh, things to know. The men having one party, and then a lot of the women are having their own party. And I don't know how that works, because most time men and women are partying together or whatnot. I don't know if it's just the queen. I should say the queen is having another separate party or whatnot. So that's Queen Vasti. So he goes, the last week, he decides that I'm going to put together this 7-day dinner simply for the dignitaries, right? The leaders and all of that stuff. And he's like, I'm having this party, and to get that final approval to go to war. And the last thing that he wanted to do is he wanted to show off his wife, because she's supposed to be this beautiful queen, and he wants her to come out and appear to these, you know, this at this banquet that he's having. So he sends 7 men to go get his wife. Now he's like, what is he worried about, her safety or whatnot? Pastor says no. What happens is, during that day and age, and you've seen this in some of the movies, they go and get the wife and they carry her on some kind of pillow or whatever. So she ain't walking. She too beautiful to walk. They're going to carry her in, right? So that's why he had to send the 7 people, because the 7 people then go and get her and then carry her in. So he summons her, you know, like men back in that day would do. And she's like, I ain't coming. He's like, well, the king called you or whatnot. And then she's like, I don't care. I'm busy doing YouTube. I'm busy doing my makeup, child. I'm busy getting my nails done. I don't know. I'm busy and he don't summon me. So they said, well, she said she not coming. So by this time, keep in mind that king is, he drunk, child. He feeling great. But he sobered up real quick, like when she said she wasn't coming, because now you done embarrassed him. She done embarrassed him in front of all these high-ranking people. I'm the king, and you mean to tell me I can't even get my wife to come when I call her or when I summon her? And I'm supposed to lead this army, and they're supposed to follow me. And now they looking at me sideways like, why would we follow him? And his wife, his own wife, don't even follow him. Are you kidding? And so here lies the story. And she didn't come either. Oh, let me finish the story. So she didn't come. He embarrassed. He then sobered up. He like, what should I do? You know, I was thinking he finna say off with your head or whatnot, because he was so embarrassed. But instead, he went to his wise counsel. We all need wise counsel. Just so y'all know, he went to his wise counsel. His wise counsel means they know the law. They know the law of the land, the law of leadership. They know all of those things. So he went to them and said, hey, she ain't coming. What should I do? They was like, set her aside. she'll never see you again. She'll never look at your face again. She'll never speak a word directly to you ever again. And then you get a new queen that know how to obey. He divorced her right then and there. He sent out a decree across the land. And once they set that out, and once they set that in motion, there's no going back. So that was it. That was all there. She is no longer queen. How did I feel about that? What do you feel about that? So a couple of weeks ago, and I could have swore I posted this, and I couldn't find it. I could have swore I posted this on my page, but a couple of weeks ago, our pastor did a sermon on marriage. And one of the things he pointed out is the purpose of marriage. And he was like, a lot of us are like saying, oh, I lost my love, or this, that, and the third. I mean, there's a lot of things we feel about marriage. But he said, really and truly, when you are looking to get married or get a spouse, you should be choosing your spouse based on their ability and their desire to help you meet. We're called helpmates, or help meet is another word. I think the Old Testament has it listed as. So when I heard this, I felt a certain kind of way right away. Honestly, I felt like Vasti was wrong. Because she knew what her husband was trying to do. She knew the purpose of this 6-month party and this 7-day banquet. She knew that he was trying to encourage the people to go back to war against Greece. Whether she agreed with it or not, she should have had that conversation with him in advance so that he wouldn't have embarrassed himself if she had made that decision that, hey, I'm not in agreement with you going back to war. So don't call me out here because it ain't going to end well for you. Get somebody else out here. Maybe she did. I don't know. But the fact that he did call her out to attend and she did not show was a little embarrassing. Now, I wish I could say that me and my husband always see eye to eye. 9 times out of 10, we don't, honestly. But if it is a situation where he is asking me to be present and my presence is of importance, I'm going to show up and I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to be all smiles and all of that, because other stuff that I'm experiencing or what have you in our marriage has no bearing on me still being a helper to him. Right, wrong, or indifferent. I could be wrong. My view about that could be very, very wrong. But I feel like, can you imagine if President Obama was like, yeah, let me get Michelle up here. And then Michelle be like, good luck. How would that look? I don't know. I'd love to hear from you, YouTube. Put it in the comments section down below. If you haven't already done so, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Be ready for more of Esther, the book of Esther. If you are not familiar with it, go ahead and read it over. I'm getting ready to read it over again. I do remember a little bit, but I need to refresh. Until next time, if you're not good to anybody else, be good to yourself. See you soon. Bye now.